So we're going to create a heart that has different types of lines in each part. So the first thing that we're going to do is draw a heart in the middle of our paper. You want to draw your heart nice and big, not teeny tiny. And if you're not comfortable drawing the heart, first you can practice by drawing a ghost line with your finger. Because if my finger can do it, my pencil can do it. After you're comfortable, go ahead and draw a big heart in the middle of your paper. You want it to take up most of the space. That way we can have room to fill in your heart. Once you have your heart how you like it, you're going to take either a black marker or crayon and trace over your pencil lines. Tracing over means to go over top of. So see how I'm following that line? I'm going over top of it. That's tracing. Once I have my heart traced, I want to split my heart into 4 equal parts, or my paper into 4 equal parts. So to do that, I'm going to find the middle of my heart, okay, and put a tick mark right in the middle. And we're going to use a vertical line, and we're going to go up until we can't go anymore. Then you're going to extend that vertical line through the middle of your heart, and you're going to go down off your paper until you cannot go anymore. Now my paper is divided into 2 parts. 1, 2. Now we need to divide it again, but this time we're going to use a horizontal line. Last time we used a vertical line. Now we're using a horizontal line. So to do that, I'm going to find the middle of my heart, put a tick mark, and draw a line until I can't go anymore. Then draw a line the other direction until I cannot go anymore. Okay, once you have your paper split into 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to start drawing lines in each section. So we're going to start with the heart. I'm going to start in this section of my heart, and I'm going to pick one of my favorite lines from the line chart. Okay, I could draw dashed lines. I could draw thick, straight horizontal lines or thin, straight horizontal lines, vertical lines. I could draw bumpy lines or loop-de-loop lines, dotted lines. I could draw castle lines or swirly spiraled lines or zigzag lines. And you might have a line that you're thinking of that's not on the chart, and that's okay too. So let me start in this section. And I'm going to pick one of my favorite lines. Okay, I love bumpy lines. So I think I'm going to draw bumpy lines in this section. So I'm starting over here on this line, and I'm following it across, and I'm staying in that heart section. Okay, once I've filled up this section of my heart with a line, I'm going to jump to the next section of my heart and fill it up with a type of line. I think I want to do vertical lines. Okay, then go to your next section, pick a favorite type of line. I love loop-de-loops. Fill in this part with loop-de-loops. Okay, and then the last part, I love castle lines, so I think I'm going to do some castle lines over here. I go over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down. And if you need to practice, this one can be kind of tricky. So if this is one that you choose, you might want to practice it with either a ghost line using your finger, or you may want to practice it on another piece of paper first before you go using your marker or your black crayon. All right, now that I've got all 4 sections of my heart made, now I'm going to do each section of my background with a different type of line. So maybe I wanted to do dotted lines. Okay, then I'm going to jump down to my next section and pick a different type of line. Let's see. Oh, I know. I love zigzag lines. Okay, next section, do a different type of line. Oh, I haven't used diagonal lines yet. Maybe I want to make diagonal lines. And maybe I want to make them go the same direction, or maybe I wanted to make them alternate directions, going the opposite way each time. Totally up to you. As long as they're following each other in a line, it doesn't matter which way you put those diagonal lines. All right, and then for my last line, let me think. And look at my line chart. If I forget, remember, you can always look at that line chart to let you know what lines you've made and what lines you have not made. Oh, I've not done dashed lines yet, so maybe I'll make some dashed lines. Kind of look like the middle of a road. And if you wanted to make any lines thick, you could. To make a line thick, you just go back over it another time. So like if I wanted to make these lines, these vertical lines thick, just go back over it a few times until it looks thicker. So now I've got thick lines, thin lines, bumpy lines, loop-de-loop lines, all kinds of lines. After you're done creating lines in each section, then you're going to color in each section with a different color. When you color, grip your pencil or your crayon, in a pinching position like you hold your pencil. And you want to make short strokes up and down as you're coloring. You do not want to go in all different directions. If you do that, it's going to be messy and you'll have these white spaces in between. So short little crayon marks up and down until I fill in all of those white spaces. The good thing is, if you do have some white spaces, you can always go back over top of them and fill them in. Some people like to outline their artwork first before going and coloring it, and that's fine too. So for example, if you wanted to do it like this, some people, so that way they stay in the line, they go ahead and make a safety line before they color it in. That's fine, I understand. But remember, not like this, but like this. Filling in those white spaces. All right, you guys are going to go ahead and color yours, and when you're finished, you should have something that kind of looks like this.